7 reasons why you'll never do anything amazing with your life. Written by Raymmar Tirado. Yeah, that's right, you heard me. I'm talking to you. I'm calling you out. I'm looking you in your eyes and I'm telling you, you do not stand a chance. You should drop everything and immediately question your existence on Earth. You should find a mirror, look yourself in the eyes, raise your hand, and slap yourself in the face. I'm talking about street skills, dude. I'm not talking about the study hard, party light, graduate at the top of your class skills. I'm not even talking about the slack off, skip class, smoke weed, drink and party, but still graduate skill set your $50,000 diploma has led you to believe you have. I'm talking about step out your door, make some moves, and go get some shit done kind of skills. Some move out your mom's house, quit your job, say fuck the world, and actually go do it kind of skills. The kind of skills you develop in the real world outside the bubble of your parents' protection, or the ideological indoctrination that has overwhelmed our entire educational system. Skills that can be had by anyone willing to pay the price to get them. Skills that are quickly becoming extinct. I'm talking about skills that cannot be taught in a classroom or a textbook. Skills that you can only learn by doing, by learning how to fly after jumping off the cliff. Skills that can only be developed when you find your true self, when you put yourself on the line or otherwise expose yourself to the possibility of failure. Skills you can only develop when you are willing to risk it all in order to do that one amazing thing. Skills that up until now, you thought you had. Basically, what I'm trying to tell you is, in this game called life, you don't stand a chance. Why? 1. Because you have not failed enough. Because you're comfortable in your mediocrity. Because you choose not to try. Because it's easier to talk about learning that new language as opposed to actually learning it. Because you think everything is too hard or too complicated, so you'll just sit this one out. Or maybe you'll do it tomorrow. Because you hate your job, but you won't get a new one. Because it's easy to reject rejection. Because while you're sitting around failing to try, I'm out there trying to fail. Challenging myself, learning new things, and failing as fast as possible. Because as I fail, I learn. And then adjust my course to make sure my path is always forward. Like the process of annealing steel, I've been through the fire and pounded into shape. The shape of a sword with polished edges and a razor-sharp blade that will cut you in half if you're not equally hardened. 2. Because you care what others think about you. Because you have to fit in. Because you believe that being different is only cool if you're different in the same way that other people are different. Because you're afraid to embrace your true self for fear of how the world will see you. Because you think that because you judge others, this means that those people must in turn be judging you. Because you care more about the stuff you have than you care about the things you've done. Because while you're out spending your money on new outfits, new cars, overpriced meals and nights at the bar, I'll be investing in myself. And while you're trying to fit in with the world, I'll make the world fit in with me. Because I will recklessly abandon all insecurities and expose myself to the true world. I will become immune to the impact of your opinion and stand naked in a crowd of ideas. Comfortable in knowing that while you married the mundane, I explored the exceptional. 3. Because you think you're smarter than you are. Because you did what everyone else did. You studied what they studied and you read what they read. Because you learned what you had to in order to pass their test. And you think that makes you smart. Because you think learning is only something people do in schools. Because while you were away at college, I was studying life. Because instead of learning about this world in the classroom, I went out and learned it by living. Because I know more than any piece of paper you could ever frame from a university. Because smart is not what you learn. It's how you live. Because I might not have a degree, but I challenge you to find a topic that I can't talk to you about cohesively. Because I could pass your test if I had to, but you couldn't stand for a single second in the face of the test that life has thrown me. Tests that are not graded on a bell curve or by percentages. Tests that are graded by one simple stipulation: survival. 4. Because you don't read. Because you read the things you're required to read, or nothing at all. Because you think history is boring and philosophy is stupid. Because you would rather sit and watch E! Or MTV instead of exploring something new. Instead of diving headfirst into the brain of another man in an attempt to better understand the world around you. Because you refuse to acknowledge that all the power in the world comes from the words of those that have lived before us. That anything you desire can be had by searching through the multitude of words that are available to us now more abundantly than ever before. 5. Because you lack curiosity. Because you get your news from copycat members of the state-controlled media. Because you are unwilling to ask this simple question: what if it's all a lie? And accept the possibility that maybe it is. That just maybe the methods of mass media are under direct orders to keep you distracted. Because you call me a know-it-all, but you refuse to call yourself a know-nothing at all. Because I thirst for knowledge regardless of the topic. Because while you're playing Candy Crush or Megalopolis, I'm reading about string theory and quantum quantum mechanics. Because while you're wasting your time with Facebook and other pointless websites, I'm learning how to edit video, build websites, and design mobile apps. Because if we were to go heads up in a debate, I would crush you. I would make it a point to defeat my own argument from every imaginable angle in order to understand everything you might be able to use against me. Because I would dedicate myself to understanding both sides of the argument so thoroughly that I could argue your side for you and win, even after having just handed you a defeat in the same debate. 6. Because you don't ask enough questions. Because you don't question authority. Because you don't question yourself. Because you don't understand the power of properly placed questioning in life. Respectful disagreements and standing up for what you know to be right in the face of someone telling you otherwise. Unable to question reality. Stuck in a self-imposed survival strategy within a Matrix-style monotony. Because I know that you will give me all the information I need to destroy you by letting you talk. Because I study human behaviors and you ignore everyone but yourself. Because I watch how you say the things you say just as closely as I listen to what you say, and you say way too much. Because control comes not from spewing your ignorance like some incurable case of logorrhea, but from properly structuring the context of your questions. Because I studied the premise of your argument and destroy it from the ground level before you even get a chance to establish your ideas. 7. Because you can't handle the truth. Because you refuse to admit that you don't even know the things you don't know. Because there isn't an article online that would make up for all the time you've wasted in life. Because even if I told you everything could be different tomorrow, you would wait until then to begin doing anything about it. Because even when you think I'm not, I'm aware of my surroundings. Because you think that since I have not acknowledged you, it means that I have not seen you. Because you walk around with your head so far up your ass, oblivious to the world around you. Blissfully ignorant of the reality that sits so close to your face that if you stuck your tongue out just once, you would taste it and realize how delicious the truth actually is. Because you would become an instant addict, unable to pull yourself away from the teat of truth, finally able to understand your lack of understanding, and then you would see that the only thing holding you back from doing something truly amazing is you. So if you like this video and you want to see more of the shit I post in the future, just click the link at the top to subscribe. Because you hate your job, but you won't get a new one.